Aloha, my name is Rob, and I'm doing a quick video testimony of our adventures with Maika Tours. My wife and I, recently did a trip to Vietnam. It was the best of the South, Central, and North Vietnam tour, which is supposed to be about 11 days, and I think we did about 12. Everything was highly customized, and so I want to talk really about how amazingly satisfied we were with the tour coordinator, Giang, and his team. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm a quadriplegic. Obviously, I did not expect Vietnam to be wheelchair accessible, and I really needed to rely on somebody that could make this trip possible. And my gosh, they did that and beyond. Cannot go on about how happy we are with the tour that we had and everything they did for us. What makes them special is they really care and they individualize your tour. In my case, because I'm in a wheelchair, that meant spending months of preparation, actually measuring where I could fit in with my wheelchair, where I couldn't go. They custom-made ramps so that I could get to places. And when I couldn't get in on a ramp, they actually piggybacked me so that I could get on the Halong Bay tour and into the water puppet show in Hanoi. So, I mean, if they're willing to do that for me, just imagine what your tour will be like. So getting back to the tour, we had an amazing trip. We started in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. There was really a lot about, honestly, the war and war history of the Vietnam War. And was really moving, so we're glad that we did it. Our next adventure brought us to Central Vietnam, where just tremendous culture, art, and food. The food was amazing, and just another place we would have liked to have spent more time in. We did spend the most time in Central Vietnam, and we're glad that we did. And then we went up north, and that's where we got to enjoy Hanoi and everything that was there. And then our trip to Halong Bay, which was breathtaking. The facilities were incredible. It was just something that was really, the whole trip was life-changing. Let me talk real quick about the guides. I won't use names, but I can tell you each guide was very different, but amazing. Each of them brought their own thoughts about culture, food, politics, whatever. It was just really interesting. We got to know each one of them individually. You know, some of them were just really phenomenal, and they each had their different skills and whatnot. One of them was a chef, and his knowledge of the food was just fantastic. Another thing I liked about the tour was the fact that Giang implemented, maybe on purpose, maybe not, but I took notice, was kind of going where some help was needed, if you will. There were some villages of craftspeople that maybe don't see a lot of tourism, and so we got to visit that, and the experience was exceptional. There was a restaurant we got to go to that employed underserved children, teenagers, to teach them the hospitality business. And the food and the service was phenomenal. And then lastly, we got to go to a facility that trains disabled people in a artisan skill, which is, of course, for sale, and the quality and the skill that these people have is amazing. And so we were appreciative to see that. So a couple neat things there. As far as accessibility goes, if you're thinking about using a wheelchair in Vietnam, you know, I wouldn't want to go without the help of Maika Tours, but it is definitely doable with their help. And I think the lighter the wheelchair, the better. I happen to have a very large, clunky wheelchair that was a challenge for the airlines and everyone. But man, I got to say, everyone was so incredibly nice. And although it wasn't stress-free by any means, everyone kind of figured out this new wheelchair contraption and kind of got me where I needed to go. So in that aspect, I was just blown away with the people of Vietnam and how loving they are and giving and just really great. I mean, the whole experience was phenomenal. So I could gush more and more, but I hope you get a flavor of how excited I was with everything. Obviously, I'm a challenging traveler, and they really made it the impossible possible. So what more can I say than that? Thank you, Giang, and your team. We will be back. Yeah, there's a lot more that we want to see. Thank you. Aloha.